So your TikTok growth has been doing well, but suddenly you stopped growing as quickly. I get that. I've been there. I was getting thousands of subscribers per day and then barely any. There are a couple of different things that I tried and it actually got my TikTok unstuck. The first thing I recommend trying is to actually create more content on a daily basis. So if you are posting 3 to 4 videos per day, try doing 5 to 7. If you're doing 5 to 7, try posting up to 10 videos per day. The more content you put out there, the more likely you are to get in front of more people. So the more content you put out will be shown to different levels of people, and the more people will get eyes on your platform and will see more of your videos. The more content you can put out there, the more eyes you're going to get, and therefore the more likely you are to get more subscribers. The second thing to try is to say something controversial. Now, we don't want to get too controversial. We don't want to start a war. You don't need to get into politics or religion, but you can say something that's kind of shocking to people. So I recently posted a video where I said something that people could not believe. I'm a best-selling author, and I told people that my best friend would not read my book. She hated it, she bashed it, she did all these awful things, but I was successful anyway. I used it as an encouragement to people, but I told them that shocking story to get their attention because who on earth doesn't read their friend's book, right? So say something controversial. Say something that's going to get their attention and make sure it's not going to necessarily start a war unless you're prepared for that in your comments, but say something that is against what your industry typically says. So bad advice that people are giving the industry, correct it. Or say something that's shocking. I made $1 million off of selling this one product and people said that I couldn't. Say something controversial that your industry, your leaders, the people who are also teaching and speaking in this area usually or typically do not say and might have some thoughts when you say it, as long as you can back it up. Make sure you have that backup, that proof, those receipts, so that people can then look at you as an industry leader. You're saying something controversial, but you're making sure that it is truthful and it is adding to the community, not necessarily just starting a war. And on a very connected note, you also want to make sure that your opening lines, those hook lines that are introducing your videos, are kind of along the lines of being clickbaity. So you want to say something like, I earned $1 million off of the books that I sold in 1 year, here's how I did it. You want to say something that gets their attention and draws them in, or, you know, the things that Apple doesn't want you to know about your iPhone. Something that's going to get their attention. Now make sure it does lead into the conversation you're having and relates to it and isn't just something to hold them there, because then they're going to start to feel scammed by your account. You don't want to do that. So make sure you have something that's kind of along the lines of being clickbaity, but definitely has a point and has some value to your conversations that you are having over on your TikToks. Now, the fourth thing I want you to try is to actually recreate some of your good content. So the content that you saw a ton of views on or a ton of engagement on, recreate those. If you still have the script, grab your script, tweak a couple of words, and refilm it. If it's not something you scripted, then you're going to take that same concept and say it in a different way. So you're just going to kind of tweak it just a little bit and recreate it, different location, different clothing, and put it back out there. Recreating content you already know works. You already have the proof and the receipts that actually work is a great way to get that conversation going again. Or you can even create a spin-off of it to go with it. So stitch that and add more value to it. Do something to relate to the content that has already proven to work for you. Now, the fifth thing that I want you to do is to actually go to other people's accounts and start leaving comments on their videos. This is not for you to beg them to come look at your profile. This is not for you to word vomit information that you know about the topic into their comments. This is to have a real conversation with those people. So you are actively looking for people who might like your platform. You're looking for fans who are following other industry leaders in your area. So if you are someone who educates on social media strategy, you're going to go to other social media strategist pages and look for people who are commenting on their videos, go over to their accounts and start engaging with them. Once you start a conversation with a person, if you're going back and forth and just having a conversation nicely, it is not about you, you're not making it about yourself, you're making it about them, they are much more likely to come check out your profile if you already know that that person is qualified because they're talking to other people in that part of your industry. They're much more likely going to want to stick around once they come over to your profile. Now, this is not a guarantee that they are going to come to your profile and look at what you're doing, but there's a very good chance if you are chatting with somebody that they're going to want to know who this person is that they are talking to, even if it's just a couple sentences back and forth. There's a pretty high likelihood that they're going to come check out your profile, and if they like what they see, then they'll stick around. So you're actually creating an audience for yourself simply by having a conversation and supporting another creator. And pro tip bonus there, when you're on somebody else's videos and you are leaving really good quality content and you're just chatting with these people, others will see it and they will come check you out too. So you're literally creating a potential audience for yourself just by going and being social and engaging with other people on their content and supporting what they are doing, and most likely they'll return the favor. Now here's a little bonus for you. I love when I see creators pairing up with other creators. In fact, if I've been watching somebody on TikTok and all of a sudden I see someone else I know and they're together in the same space, or even if they're in the same video and they're just doing a back and forth conversation and you're filming in your location, they're filming in their location, you're just bringing it together so you're having a conversation even if you're not in the same room, that is going to definitely get people's attention. Because if somebody is following that person and they see that person in your video, all of a sudden they know you're connected to them somehow. You have some type of relationship and they're going to come see who you are and if you're going to be valuable to them. So form collaborations with other people on your level in your space. Anybody that someone would recognize and be a fan of is a great person to collaborate with. But when you're doing this, be sure that you're doing it on your level. You cannot be in the 30,000 range and going after somebody with millions of followers. There's a very high likelihood those people are not even going to see your message if you reach out to them. So form a relationship with these people, get on their page, comment on their content, have those conversations, and then bring it into the DMs or email them, contact them in some way, and say, I'd love to do a collaboration with you, and see if you can work something out where you are both on each other's pages to bring your audiences together to both grow at the same time. If your TikTok seems stuck, do not get overwhelmed. I want you to be very, very clear. Just because it's stuck right now doesn't mean you cannot fix it and doesn't mean you can't continue to grow. So don't give up. So many people say, I'm not growing, I'm not getting the views, I'm not getting the numbers, I'm just going to walk away, or I'm just going to quit, or I'm just going to slow down my momentum. I'm going to post less content. This does not help your audience. Remember, to grow your TikTok, you need to be giving it content to show people. Do not stop creating content, do not stop your momentum, and do not give up your content creation. People need to see what you are creating, people need to hear what you are teaching, so keep going with what you are doing and make sure you're developing new ways and really leaning into what is working. Do not be afraid to walk away from ideas that are no longer working. It's okay. But keep in mind, with the TikTok algorithm, especially the new TikTok algorithm, they are putting videos out days to weeks to months and even years after the fact. Your current content, the things that you're posting today, very likely will not get a lot of eyes on it until maybe next week or even the following week. So don't private things, don't delete things, let them sit there and keep creating content. The algorithm is leaning into older content right now, proven content, so they're going slower with how many people are showing your new videos too, and then they're going to put that out later on in the life of that content. So don't freak out if your new videos don't have a ton of views. It's because they're paying attention to your older videos. Go back and look at your numbers. It really is something you're going to see those spikes on the older videos rather than the new videos, and it's going to take time to get those into play on the For You page. So make sure that you are actively working, actively creating content, actively forming collaborations, and really starting conversation on the platform in order to grow. Let me know down in the comments below what your TikTok handle is, because I would love to check out your page, and I would love for you to hit the subscribe bell because we're going to continue to talk about how you can grow on TikTok. We've got a whole video series on how you can be doing all sorts of great things to get those numbers and to get those growth and to get that engagement so that you can create more profit inside of your business through your TikTok. Remember, I 7x'd my sales in a single month. I've gotten an insane number of really lucrative sponsorships, and I've formed some really good conversations and community with people who are actually perpetuating what I'm doing in my business, and I'm helping them to grow as well. So this is a highly effective platform. You just have to learn to work with the algorithm as it shifts and changes. So don't give up. Keep creating your content. I will see you down in the comments. Let me know what your account is. I would love to check you out. And if you have questions on TikTok, I want to get those answered for you as well. So hit me up and let me know, where is your struggle right now? Maybe I can give you some ideas for content or some ideas for getting unstuck in the TikTok system. I'll see you in the comments.